Hey guys, back again with another review, this time of 2011's After Dark original, The Task, directed by Alex Orwell. Now, before I get into this movie, I want to say a couple of things about it. First of all, it had a very good premise to start off with, one that's been used quite a lot, but it was doing okay. Then, sadly, it falls apart. By the end I was waiting for the last 20 minutes for it to end because I was like this. Because there was nothing that great in it. Anyway, I'll tell you during the review. So here we go. So first of all, as always, I typed down who's in it as so just to make it easier than trying to go like this. You know what it's like. So Alexandra Staden, Victor Maguire, Sean McConaughey, Adam Rayner, Antonia Campbell-Hughes, Ashley Mulhern, Amara Karan, Tom Payne, Mark Pickering, Texas Battle, what a name. Texas Battle. And then you got Sam Stockman. So basically at the beginning it starts with Dixon walking down the road listening to some really, really bad music. I'm guessing on his iPhone. So this woman drops her stuff. He goes, "You want help with that?" She goes, "Sure, help away." So he goes pointing the back of the car. The back door opens of a van, and you see like six people with pig masks on, and like three with clown masks on. You know, like demented clown masks. You know, like you would at a horror movie, like horror masks. And they grab hold of him, and pull him in. You're sitting there going, "Okay, this ain't too bad. It's not going to be too good by the looks of this." So anyway, they all get pulled out of the truck, and basically they're all pretty, concerned. And the bloke ends up saying, "You applied for a reality show, and you've got through." Well, one bloke, they hear the story of basically what happened with a warden in the prison they're going to have to stay in and do tasks in. And the one bloke wheezes himself, and he goes, "I'm not going in there." Well, it turns out he's a member of the production crew, kind of like scare them before they go in, kind of thing. So you're sitting there going, and you meet the production crew. I'd never really cared about, other than the producer Connie. She's kind of like the main person. The others are kind of just there watching and saying funny stuff. Anyway, so they get handcuffed together and they have to go to a certain place in the building to get the stuff to take the handcuffs off. So Randall is gay, or his character's meant to be gay, right? So basically, as the thing opens, one of the worst things happens. He goes, "And I thought coming out the closet was scary." Yeah, and there's a bit where Dixon where he goes something about if this white girl's going in and I don't, my homies are going to be beating all over me even when I'm dead or something. And I'm sitting there going, and it does these things like these reality videos, like when you apply to be on a reality show. It has things like, hi, my name's Malcolm, and I'm not scared of anything. So you better watch out, because I'm going to be a part of the task." And you're sitting there going, let's hope the horror's good. So they get in, and basically, what's his name? What was his name? I think it's Taylor, that's right. Taylor says to he says, "When you go in there, you got to turn left, turn right, turn left again, go upstairs, turn right, turn left, turn right, turn left, turn right, turn left." What is it with these After Dark originals and going on and on and on about one thing? Like in Fertile Ground was great, 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 great. I'm not carrying on that, but it was like that. On this, it's turn left, turn right, go upstairs, turn left, turn right, turn right, turn left. And the woman goes, "Can you tell us it again?" He goes, "Nope, you're going to have to find it on your own." And you're sitting there going, so they get in there, and basically the production crew go, they need to move quicker. So they basically set these sounds of dogs, and they run upstairs, they find the place. They handcuff themselves. And you're like, okay, maybe it's going to start getting good because there's now 31 minutes of this movie. So you're sitting there and they have to pull out, they learn they have to pull out these things from like this box. Well, Cho puts her hand in and goes, ah, oh no, ah, and everybody thinks her hand's been took off. It was production crew. And it just pulls out a chest piece. Depending on the chest piece, depending on what task you'd have to do. But it kind of sucked because two people had to do tasks on their own, and then the others did it with them again. So it was a bit like, anyway. So then you get this really creepy clown saying stuff to them on like this video, and I thought that was the best part of the whole movie. The clown was genuinely creepy and a bit scary, you know, especially if you're of a younger generation, like like if you're like 13. So they all end up going their tasks, and basically one person, and that one Snow stays. Show has to stay, all right, and they stay at their positions, and she stays in kind of directs them where to go. So the first person to go is Randall. He has to go down to the chapel or whatever it was in the prison. And he has to get down on his knees and he has to say this quote and he has to blow out a candle. I'm sitting there going, I think when the candle goes out, something's going to happen. It's got to. It's dark. That's when horror sometimes happens in most of the films. Doing darkness. What happens? It's just sitting there. He then runs back and it cuts a bad cut to him back talking to him. Now another problem I've got with this film is the editing is awful, especially when it goes from them going on their task to show them what their fears are. Because Randall says his biggest fear is anything religious. And you're like, they could have done something a lot better than that. So, next person is Dixon. Dixon's got to go down to the hole. So he goes down, puts on the suit, and he has to get in there. Now, it's full of manure, from what I could tell. And he has to climb in it, and he has to stay in it. So you're like, okay. So he gets in like a good boy, and he's there through the rest of the movie. Yeah. And that's it, basically, for him. And then, basically, Randall, Stanton, Tony, and Angel all go on their merrily way. See, I can't remember what one was the main person. Anyway. Angel and them, they end up going on their task, which basically, if I remember, Tony and Stanton. Tony and Stanton end up going to this gas chamber place. And he has to tie Tony in, he puts a gas mask on there and all this in case. He has to find the thing to turn it off. Randall and Angel, if I got this right, I might have Angel and Stu mixed up, so forgive me for that. I can't even remember what they were doing. Oh, that's right, they were walking down corridors. And then they come across a character who looks a bit like the Walden. And he stabs them. Now, when he stabs them, he doesn't go, just, like this. Hold on. I'll show you. So, pretend this is the knife, right? Pretend this is the knife. Let me get this little, there it is. This is a knife, right? It goes like this. On Randall, you only see a bit of blood, and on the other one, you don't even see anything happen after he stabs it. You don't see a wound, don't see blood, nothing. And then they both fall over. Dead. That's them done. You're sitting there going, oh, come on. This is supposed to be a horror movie. And it's supposed to probably be a gory one because there's nothing inspirational about it. So, then the production crew starts seeing a bald-headed, topless bloke on there, guy. And they're like, oh, It's the it's the it's like Fox or Showtime messing with us. Whatever the company they work for is. They've got someone there because they want to get some behind the clue footage. And you're like, this sounds ridiculous. So they're dead, Randall and Angel. So he's off looking. Connie's watching these things with the clown because the clown's the scariest part. The clown should have been the killer in the movie. Get these sightings of what you think of Walden because you hear these stories like how the Walden killed people and he used to walk around naked in the prison in the female area and he used to feed them dead babies. And you're like, ooh, I want to see this guy. I'm hoping he's killing people and I hope he kills in disgusting ways because you're making him sound really, really vile and horrible. But no, you know what? We're going to make it. There's a bit in it where Connie says to Taylor, no, Taylor says to Connie, why didn't you tell me that? Why didn't we tell you that was the reason for the show? It'd be a lot scarier. Well, guess what, Taylor? If the film had been anything like that, it would have been a lot more scarier too. But no, the film was shit. Anyway. So anyway, you're sitting there going, Rrr. So they go in and basically people start getting killed. There's one bloke who gets his head completely cut, but you barely see anything. So at the end, Connie's basically walking in there, and she's like, "We've got to make sure these kids are all right." And that's when the twist happens. A bloke walks into the corridor. Oh, that's right. Almost forgot. Sorry. Oh. Stanton gets hung upside down by a bald bloke who looks like the Walden, and he gets his throat slashed. And all these like people come running out like on the floor like monsters, and they're just people, and he's kicking them, and you're like, oh, it's the Walden. He's abusing his old patients, he's with his old prison people. He's sitting there going, yeah, wahey. And then Connie walks into this other place, and you see three Walden blokes, and you're like, what's this? Because earlier, Shu stabs one and kills him. So you think. She gets the key, she gets out and runs out the building. Right, but no, not Connie. Connie stands there, they start going like this, the three guys. And you're sitting there going, why are they clapping? This ain't like bloody April Fool's Day 2006, was it? It better not be. Out comes Taylor, out comes Randall and Angel, and it was one big practical joke on them, on her, and they got her and they're laughing. She's laughing, Connie. She's going, you got me, guys, and all this. And you're sitting there going, but where are the other people? So you're sitting there going, if this was the real twist, this movie was utter crap. So then Taylor and that all go looking for the other people. Well, Taylor finds Dixon with his eyes gone. Yeah. Yes, it's like where you're like, woohoo, yay. And the other people basically laugh and basically they get locked in the prison, and Connie finds Tony and she's actually dead. And when she turns away, the Walden's there looking at her and he sits down in his chair. What would have been great is instead of just sitting there like this, he should have been eating, because they said he liked eating while he was watching the show of people being executed and dying. Why wasn't he eating? Because she was going to get gassed. And then it ends with Shu saying this to the production guy who was outside. I can't remember what his name was. She says to him, we need to get back in there and help them. They're finished. They're all going to die. And basically the prison's locked down and they're all killed. But you don't see it. You don't see them killed. And then you're sitting there when the lights are flickering and that, and they're going to get it. You're sitting there thinking, why didn't this happen earlier on in the movie? Why didn't we see gory kills earlier on in the movie? Why didn't After Dark horror? Why didn't After Dark movies actually work out to be any good? Because most of them are rubbish. Why? Okay. So the movie is utter turd. That's right. It started off with a decent premise, but the kills and that don't happen till 1 hour 5 minutes in the movie. They don't really start getting going till then. And it's an hour and 31-minute movie. So that means you have to sit for an hour of belly aching rubbish. So I'm sitting there going, these tasks are boring. These stories are boring. I don't care about any of these characters because they can barely act. Most of them are English, or shall we say British, and they can't act for rubbish. They can't act for crap. And I'm sitting there going, what the hell is going on? Why couldn't we have the clown who's in the videos, getting out the TV, killing people? Make it decent. Make it fun. Why is it that this film is so boring? Why is it I own it on Blu-ray? I watched this movie and I sat here going, Fertile Ground was more interesting than this movie, and that was bad. I might, you know what I should do is in my picture, I should have me going like this, snapping it. But anyway, wasted disc. Need to keep the discs. So, even though they're bad, no. Anyway, so the movie's poorly acted. The character development is okay, but it's still crap. The cinematography is awful as well. The editing is like, it's like I got an editing machine out and just started editing on the computer. Like, oh look, I'm going to put this there, this there, this there, this there, this there. Right? Terrible. The movie gets really, really boring, especially near the end. When I found out that they were playing a joke on Connie, I was sitting there about to turn it off because I was like, oh, this is rubbish. And when the end happened, it didn't surprise me. I didn't enjoy it. I was hoping for some blood. I was hoping for some excitement. And you didn't get these. These are, you know, I don't want to put After Dark down, but why can't they make better? Why can't they have better movies in their collection? So, yeah, the characters were okay, but they were all like low budget actors and actresses. Nothing new, nothing special, you know. The premise is just, it goes downhill really quickly. I'm sitting there going, yep, we've never seen 6 people enter a building before. We've never seen 6 people getting killed before. Oh, wait, not in this movie. We don't see anybody get killed out of the 6 people until the end. Until the last 20 minutes. And you sit there going, this isn't a horror movie. This is something that come out my arse. That's right. I took a poop and this came out. So here it goes, right? Right on the floor. That's where it goes, in the bed. So yeah, I give it a 0.5 out of 5. Terrible movie. Absolute rubbish. Don't go out and buy it. Don't watch it. And be careful. Spend your money on something better than that. Because it's absolutely dreadful. You know, don't get me wrong, it's watchable. It's watchable. You can watch it and it's okay. But it's awful okay. Do you know what I mean? It's like you watch it to see just how worse it can get. And to hope that something actually happens. And it doesn't. And when it does happen, you feel like it might as well have been an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? Because it's not, I don't know why it's rated 18. Because I don't know why it's rated 18 or R, whatever it is in America. Because it reminds me of an Are You Afraid of the Dark episode. So yeah, 0.5 out of 5. That's my review, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry it was another bad movie. But I'm just glad I warned you and got it at you. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care and have a lovely day.